Okay, please, if you can see my screen, can I see your reaction? If you can see my Slack account, can I see your reaction? Like, let me see your reaction if you can see my Slack account. Okay, okay, that's beautiful. Okay. All right, thank you. Am I audible enough? Like, am I audible? Please, can you type on the comment section? Let me know. Like, am I audible enough? Can you just type? Okay, okay, okay. Okay, thank you. Okay. Now we want to look into Slack, for today. And please make sure you pay attention very well. Okay, make sure you pay attention very, very well. Slack is actually an internal communication tool or software used by team members to do what? To collaborate. Now, Slack is not a CRM tool. Okay, is an internal communication tool. You use Slack to communicate with your team member or with your group members. Now we have so many features on the Slack here which we are going to deal with tonight. Now we are going to start with the buttons. Okay, we are going to start with the buttons. Now, as you can see, we have so many pictures here. You have so many pictures here, and we have so many unprofessional pictures here too. Like this person now, lazy, this is not a professional photo. Daniel, this is not a professional photo. Ekemini, this is very wonderful and perfect. Your profile is so cool. I mean, your picture, this is perfect. Sunday, this is not a professional photo for you to upload. Ayodele Olamide and Calista Justice, your background is kind of noisy. Then Rhoda, this is not a professional photo. Oluwakemi, no. Then Ebe Gloria, is kind of, but not looking too, but it's kind of okay. Then this is my photo here too. Now, when you join a company, the first thing you do when you join the company Slack account is, first of all, you set up your profile. Are we following? You do what? You set up your profile. Now, Slack is not a TikTok where you can upload any picture or any video you want. No, everything is done professionally. Okay, are we good to go? Are we good? Can I see reaction? Okay, thank you. Now okay, thank you. Pam Peter, you're not late. Okay, we are just starting. Okay, you're not late, we are just starting. Okay, now we have the home. We have the home button here. Then we have the DMs. DM has to do with what? Like inbox. Like this is where you see all the messages that people have sent to you in private, not in public. Okay, then you have your activity here. Then you have all the files that have been shared with you. Now, as you can see, this is a new account. There is no file here. Okay, then we have the two, and we have the back end where you have the admin session. Now as you can see, we have February, March 22, 26 workspace here. Then we have digital, which was IT support group. Now, when you see something like this in your Slack account, it simply means you're working in two companies. Now, you might be working in two companies, and the two companies are, let's say they're making use of Slack. Okay, if you're working with company A as a customer service agent, okay, and you're working in company B as a technical support specialist, it simply means you're going to have a two companies profile here. Let's assume February, March is company A, and February and digital, which is company B. It simply means you are going to have two workspaces here. Now, when you hear the name workspace, it simply means an organization or company. Okay, now as you can see, today we are dealing with what digital which what IT support community. Now when a company invites you into their Slack account, the first thing you're going to do is what you come here and set up your profile. Okay, now let's set up our profile first before we can now come back to where we have the channel, the huddle, the directories, and the rest of them. Okay, now you've been invited by your company after getting a job into the Slack accounts. The first thing you're going to do is what you set up your profile. Then you click on your picture icon, you click on what profile. Now as you can see, the first thing you're going to do, now you're not going to act or behave like Faith or behave like Queen or Tony. No, the first thing you're going to do is what you come to where we have edit here, you click on what edit, then they're asking you your full name. This is not my full name though, but I like using Mr. Clemens. Okay, my full name is Olofo Clement. Okay, then you come here, you add your full name, then you add your display name. So I can easily come here and type Olofo Clement, then I'll come here and type Mr. Clemens as my display name. Now they are asking you what is your title. The title they're asking is not Mr. or Mrs. No, the title simply means the position, like your job position in that company. So your title should be either a customer support specialist or a customer success manager or a lead generation expert or an account officer or technical writer, anything at all. So they're not asking you to do what? To write Mr. and Mrs. No, that is not the title they're asking you for. Are we following? Are we good? Okay. They have started again that they can't see my screen. They have started again. Why do we always have this group of people in every tutorial? Why? Why do we always have this group of people? Lams Peter, I know you must be among them. Lams Peter, are you there? Can you see my screen, Lams Peter? And anytime when you join this meeting, bam, now in this your cartel, all of them they start. They were all seeing my screen before you joined though. And Lams Peter, the moment you joined, now all of them okay. Now we in every session I usually have one or two person that that is like a weapon fashion against me or something like that. Okay, so I think for this set Lams Peter is I think she's already called she's one of them. Now if you can see my screen, can you log out and log in? Okay, then if you can see my screen, can I see your reaction? Okay, thank you. Now if you don't have a picture on your Slack profile, you can easily come here, click what upload, then choose from your computer. Now for here I can come here and write let me come here and type my title. Guided or onboarding specialist, right? Can come here and type guided or onboarding specialist. Now why do we have name record? Now there are some people that you cannot pronounce their names, like you can't pronounce their names properly, and for you to pronounce their name well, you have to play the recorded audio. Are we following? You have to do pronounce the recorded audio. Okay, just a moment please, just a moment. Okay, Now for you to pronounce their name, you have to do what? You have to, play the recorded audio before you can be able to do what? To pronounce their names. Okay. Then we have name pronunciation. Okay. Now when you're done with the audio recording, like here we have Mr. Clems, right? I can easily come here and type something like this. And type something like Mr. Clems. Okay. Now when you're working in a company, you might be in Nigeria and working in a different time zone. Okay, that's why you see many of us, or most of us, we are always awake in the night. You know why? Because we work with different time zones. Okay. Now, for example, if you're working with Edinburgh, you come here and choose what? Edinburgh. That is your own time zone that you're working with. Now, if you're working with Amsterdam, you can come here and choose your own time zone. Are we following? Then if you're dealing with West Africa, you come here and choose what? West Africa. Are we following? Come here and choose what? And choose what? West Africa. Let me type West Africa. Okay. Then when you're done with this particular setup, you come here and click what? And click save. Now on your profile, now you're going to please. I don't want to be too fast. Okay, that's why I'm kind of cool. Like, I don't want to be too fast. Okay. Okay. Someone say, can I log the comment section? Let me see if I can. I don't wanna. It's kind of distracting, right? Now people should, okay. Let me lock it for now. Can you hear me? Can I see reaction? Okay, thank you. Now when you're done, you come to where we have set a status. Now if you're in a meeting, for example, you're working remotely, right? Yeah. For example, if you're not going to be at work on that day, you can easily come here and choose what? Maybe like at sick or anything, or maybe in a meeting and other stuff. So that if anybody should visit your profile, the person will be like, okay, you're not working today, or maybe you're working remotely today. That is in case maybe you're working, hybrid. You know what called hybrid, right? For example, you might be going to work from Monday to Wednesday. You go to office Monday to Wednesday. Then from Thursday to Friday, you'll be working from home. Okay, that's what we call what? Hybrid. Okay, you can come here and choose what? Any stuff. Okay, maybe you can choose what? In a meeting for what? For 1 hour. Then you click what? You can post notification for everyone, or maybe for everyone except what? VIPs. Maybe you're in a meeting for what? For 1 hour, or you're in a meeting for what? For 4 hours. It simply means for 4 hours, no notification will come your way. It simply means people will not be able to do what? To call you or reach out to you. You know why? Because you are what? In a meeting. Then when you're done, you click what? You click save. Now when you come down here, you can easily come here and add your what? And add your phone number. Okay, you can easily come here and do what? And add your phone number. Then and also add what? A start date. Let's assume I started working in this company like like in May 2024. I started working on Monday, which is 13th May in 2024. You click what? You click save changes there. Now check, let me show you something. You can see what we have here. That means I started working in what? In this company called Digital Witch in May 13th 2024. That is what? 2 years ago. Can you see what we have here? 2 years or 2 years ago. That means I started working in this company 2 years or 2 years ago. Now under view here, let me show you something here. Now they said under view here, Are you a co-worker at Digital Witch, or are you a contact from what other organization? Okay, I can decide to go with what a co-worker at what Digital Witch. Now you know what we'll call a contact from other organization. For example, you can also be dealing with this company called Digital Witch, but as a contact from other organization. Maybe let's assume you are their external auditor or something like that, okay, or their third party worker. Or you can decide to choose a co-worker. Now I don't know why you guys are raising your hand and all this stuff. Please don't worry. Can you Beauty, could you please bring down your hand? Okay, like I'm going to take questions when we are done. Okay, that notification is distracting me. Okay, are we good to go? Are we good? Okay, now we are done with all this side. Then you can decide to add your phone number if you want to. Then if you don't want to do that, fine and good. You can still have here, they say happy 2 years anniversary. That means I've been working in this company for the past 2 years. Okay, then we are done with the setup, so we want to move into the teaching properly. Now we have what we call trade. Then we have the huddle. Now trade is like a particular topic you're dealing on. For example, let's assume in your company you're trying to discuss about staff misconduct. Okay, at that point it simply means staff misconduct is going to be what the trade for the day, like the topic for the day in that meeting. Now you guys cannot be discussing about staff misconduct and somebody will not bring in a topic that has to do with football. No, at that point the person is digressing. Okay, now we have what we call huddle, and this huddle is divided into two parts. We have the audio huddle and we have the video huddle. Just like you trying to make a video call on WhatsApp or an audio call on WhatsApp. Okay, now, and this huddle can also be divided into two parts, which is what the public huddle and the private huddle. You can have what we call a public huddle with your team members, with your organization, with your staff, and you can also have what we call the private huddle with your friend. Now, picture it this way: when you want to make a group call on WhatsApp, okay, that means you're dealing with public, right? But when you go to someone's inbox, chat the person and be like, hey, can I call you on video call, or can I call you on on audio? That means you're having a private huddle with the person. Are we following? So now I'm going to take you to huddle and let me show you how it looks like. Okay, now you can see huddle. Now under the huddle here, they say start a huddle or start a new huddle. Now you can decide to start a huddle with someone here. Let me click V. Let me look for any name that starts with V. Okay, we have Chinenye, Vivian, we have Fidel, Victor. Now I can decide to click on I can decide to go on a huddle with these 3 persons here. The moment I click start huddle, okay, it simply means I'm going on a call with them. Are we following? It simply means I'm going on a call with them. Now I can also do start a huddle here with another people if I want to. Please, are you following? Now you can see they are showing you an example of how the huddle looks like. Okay, now in this huddle you can also do share your screen. You can share your screen while you're on a huddle. You can also do change your video background while you are on a huddle. Now Fide, you're here, right? If you're here, can I see your reaction? Fide, I think I saw your comment today. Are you here? Can Can I see? Okay, beautiful. Let me check something. Let me do something with you right now. I can decide to come here, click or start what a huddle. Yeah. Access microphone. Now you can see how it looks like, right? You can see what we have here. You can see what we have here. Now, on this huddle, I can decide to do what? Share my screen. I can decide to do what? Turn my video. Okay, I can decide to turn my video. Okay, I can decide to do what? Share my screen here. I can also do what we call background, changing of background. You can see video background here. I can decide to do what? Change what? The video background to anyone. I can decide to do what? Blur my background, like, you know, just to blur my background. Or I can use anyone here as my video background. Are we following? Are we there? Okay. Okay, then here, while you're on a huddle, you can do what? You can, you know, send reaction. You know, you can, you know, add reaction here, anything you want to do. Okay, you can add what? You can take a note. You can, you know, open a thread, anything you want to do. You can see more reaction. Now, there's a background music going on. You know why? When you're waiting for someone to join the huddle and the person doesn't join in time, Slack will start playing music for you. Please, can you hear the music? Can you hear the music from my end? There's a music playing, you know, on my end here. Okay. Yeah, that is Slack for you. So when you're waiting for the person to join and the person does not join on time or in time, Slack will start doing what? Slack will start playing music for you. Wow. This is so beautiful. I love Slack a lot. Like, Slack is very beautiful. You can see my background, right? You can see my video, right? Like, wow, I love this. Okay, let me end the huddle. Let me end the huddle. You can see how it looks like, right? That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So that is Slack for you. Okay, that means whenever you want to go on a call with someone and the person does not join on time, okay, they will start playing what we call a background, you know, music for you. Okay, they will start playing what we call background music for you. Okay, now, like I said before, the huddle is divided into two parts. Now I can go to someone's DM now. Okay, I can decide to go on a huddle with Etukudo. You can see I'm having this one-on-one conversation with who? With This is not a private conversation. Okay, now what do we have here? You can see we have here, right? I can decide to click start a huddle with who? With Now there is something you need to pay attention to. When you want to go on a call, on a huddle with your company, and your company says the huddle is going to be a video huddle. Okay, the company says the huddle is going to be a video huddle. Or the company says when you join the huddle, please turn on your video. Please, it simply means it's going to be a video huddle. That means when you join, you do you turn on your video. But if the company says do not turn your video, do not put on your video when you join the huddle, it simply means they're not asking you to turn your video. Now, when you join the huddle and it starts, showing your video, you might end up getting a query. Okay, please, we need to learn how to pay attention to every tiny details or to every tiny information. Okay, now let me show you something here. I'm coming. Okay, now we have a channel. In order to make this to explain this stuff, I want to explain this stuff in a very simple way for you. The channel is like a virtual room. The channel is like a company. It's like a department in your organization, in the company where you're working. So when you're working remotely, it simply means what? It's a virtual room. It's like a department in your physical company where you're working. And the channel is divided into two parts, which is what? The private channel and the public channel. Now we have what we call the general here. The general simply means what? When you hear about the general, is actually meant for everybody. Now, if you are working in a physical organization, just picture this stuff. This channel here simply means what? Is meant for everybody in this company. Now, I want to know if you're observant enough. I'm going to open the comment section to know if you're observant enough. Now, let me open the comment section first. Can you tell me how many staff do we have in this company? How many staff do we have in this company called Digital Witch IT Support Company? How many staff do we have here? How many staff do we have? Please, if you can see my screen, can I? Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah. Now it simply means what? In the general, this is where we have both the junior staff and the senior staff. So the general is meant for everybody. Now, if I should come here, for example, if I should come here and type maybe there will be what? A general, there will be a meeting. Sorry, I'm coming. Okay, now let me not go there first. Let's create another one. Okay, now we have the general here, right, which is meant for all the staff. Okay, it's actually meant for people from the accounting department, from the HR department, from the procurement department, from the F&B department in case you're working in a hotel, from the front desk department, and the rest of them. So this general is meant for what? All the staff. There is no segregation here. Then we have let me create a channel. Now this three here is a public channel. I'm going to create a channel. Okay, let me create a channel called marketing. Okay, that name is already taken by who? Okay, I'm going to create a channel called what? Marketing. Then you click what? Next. Now let me know if you understand what we are doing. Should a marketing channel or department be a public channel or a private channel? Should it be public or private? I mean, when it comes to marketing, a marketing department should be public or private? Yes, it should be public. Yes, it should be private. Now let me tell you this now. For those of you saying it should be public, Pans Peter, I know say you go there among public people. Yeah, I know. Pans Peter, I know. You go there among public people. Now you don't type public. Now, a marketing department should not be a public department, because everybody cannot be a marketer, right? Now, it should be what? It should be private for a particular set of people. It's not going to be a public department, no. A marketing department should be what? It should be private department. That means it's not meant for everybody. Everybody cannot be a marketer in a particular company, no. So it should be private and not public. Okay, then when you're done, you click what? You create channel. Now I'm going to show you something here. Now you can see, for people to join your department, you must do what? Invite them specially. Then they say add people to where? To marketing. You can see there is a padlock there. There is a padlock in this channel in this department called marketing. Let me skip it and show you something. Now the question is, why do we have a padlock in marketing department and there is no padlock in general? Because the general is meant for everybody and the padlock in marketing is actually meant for people with a particular skill. Am I making sense? It simply means what? It's actually meant for people with a particular what? Skill. Everybody cannot be a marketer, right? Yeah. So there are people who are good in the kitchen and you call them what? Either kitchen assistants, or you call them chef, or you call them cook. You know, you call them what? Cook, or you call them what? Kitchen assistants, or you call them maybe chef. Okay, that is their own skill. Now, a chef or a cook may not be a good marketer. Therefore, he or she does not belong to what? To the marketing department. Now, the padlock simply means what? It's actually meant for a particular set of people. Now, if I should come here and create another channel called accounting, called what? Accounting. I click next. It's going to be what? It's going to be a private what? A private channel. Accounting department is not meant for everybody. Accounting department is actually meant for people with a particular skill. Now I can decide to come here and create another department again or channel called what? HR or human resource. Okay. Now a human resource department is not going to be public. It's private because it's actually meant for people with a particular what? Skill. Everybody cannot be a HR or an HR, and everybody cannot be what? Cannot be an accountant, and everybody cannot be what? Marketer. Now you can see we have accounting is a private channel. We have marketing is a private channel. We have what? We have human resource. These are what? Public. These are private channels. So it's actually meant for people with particular set of skill. Okay. Now, if I should come to general, for example, and I type, there will be what? A meeting tomorrow by what? By 7 a.m. Now, there will be a meeting tomorrow by 7 a.m. It simply means this meeting is actually meant for what? The whole staff. And the whole staff includes both people from the human resource department, both people from the marketing department, and both people from the tech department, and both people from the accounting department. That means it's a general what? Staff meeting. Are we following? Now, if I copy the same thing here, if I should copy the same thing here and paste on the marketing department. Now, if I should paste the same thing here, okay, that means the meeting is not meant for all staff. The meeting is actually meant for people who are in marketing departments. Now, I know the question you're trying to ask in your mind. You have a question in your mind, right? Now, this is the question you're asking. Now, if I should type there will be a meeting tomorrow by 7 a.m. does it mean people in human resource department will see the information? No, they're not going to see the information. The people in general will not see the information. The people in human resource department will not see this announcement. You know why? It's not what? A public what? Channel. It's actually meant for people in this what? In this department. So if I should come here in human resource department and type the same thing, it simply means what? It's actually meant for people in human resource what? Department. Are we following? Are we following? Okay. Thank you. So now as you can see, we have the public and we have what? The private. So now I can decide to come here and record a video in this what? In this human resource department. I can decide to come here and mention someone's name. And you can decide to use art and mention what? Maybe For example, you can just come here and type at amen. Kindly check your email. Are we following? You can decide to do what? Say amen. Kindly do what? Check your what? Check your email. Are we good? Are we good? So now you need to understand Slack. Okay, you need to understand Slack, that it's actually meant for team members. It's actually meant for what? Internal what? Communication. Are we following? It's actually meant for what? For internal what? Communication. It's not meant for everybody. Now, before we move ahead, do we have one or two questions that we want to ask? So we can now, if you're following, can I see some reaction? Now, no, I'm coming. If you're following, can I see your chat? Let me know those that are following and the people that are not following. Can you type on the comment section? Can you just type? Okay, Queen, you're following. Okay, we are following. Okay, yeah. Okay. Palms Peter, I pray you too, you're following. I missed the part where you asked how many members are in the general. Sorry to take you back. How do you enter the app? I took a plane from Maraba to Jibo. That was how I was able to enter the app. Okay, followers of Christ. Okay, please, you didn't talk about the directories. Okay, divine. Okay, I'm not following. I joined late and everything is just okay. That's good. Thank you for joining late. Okay, I think I need to go back and off the comment section. Yeah, you're not following. Thank you for not following, Osakwe. Thank you for not following. Okay. Now, somebody mentioned directories here. There is nothing to discuss here under the directories. This is just the channel. Okay, it will only show you all the things, this stuff that we have here, the channel. Okay, then you have user group here. Maybe you can still have here. You can decide to create maybe a user group for your team, and they gave you example here, account team. The purpose of the group is like you creating a separate or a mini group. Okay, now what do you want to do? Just come here, create what? Accounting. Please, someone should correct me. Is it accounting department or account department? Okay, then maybe just type maybe account team. Okay, then they're asking you for the purpose of the purpose of this user group you're creating. You can just type for maybe for sharing what ideas, maybe something like that. Then they're asking you this user group you're creating, where is it coming from? Which of the channel? You can just type accounting. Okay, come here and type what? Accounting. That means you're creating this user group from where? From accounting department. Okay, then when you're done, you click next. Then you can decide to add members if you want to. Let me just add Fide Victor. Okay, so there is nothing much to do here. Okay, you can see we only have one member in our user group. Then we have external here. Okay, you can decide to do what? Create what? External channel. You can decide to do what? Start ADM one-on-one. They say work with people outside digital winch community in Slack. So if you want to, you can You can set permission, your view, your manage requests, and all those stuff. So there's nothing much to do here. This is the most important place. Then we have invitation here. Okay. They say track your invitation if you want to. They say enable Slack to connect with other companies if you want to. Invite someone to join a channel via your email. There's nothing much to do here. Okay. Now I've told you how you can. Then I've told you about the activities here. Okay. You can see all your activities here. You can see all your activities here. Then we have files here. It will show you all the files that you've shared or people have shared with you. Okay, then I'm going to show you something here under create tool. Okay, we are going to run what we call automation, a workflow. Let me check this create new. Okay, there is nothing to do here again. Like, it's almost what we have here. Start channel, message, huddle. Okay, so there is nothing much to do on Slack. I was actually expecting us to spend at least 1 hour here. Okay, Slack is not hard. Now we have what we call a workflow. Should I teach you how to do this stuff? Start a workflow. Now, if you want me to teach you, or should you wait till when we start doing automation, maybe in 2 weeks time, then we can do workflow. Now in workflow, there's what we call a trigger and an action. There's what we call a trigger and an action. A trigger and action. And for example, when you're hungry, then eat food. When you're hungry is a trigger that will cause you to do what? To take an action. And what is that action? To eat food. Are you getting what I'm saying? Then when you want to go to Abuja, then take a flight. So you have this trigger to travel to Abuja, right? And what should be the action? Take a flight. So when you're not feeling fine is a trigger, then visit the hospital. That is your action. So now we are going to choose an event here. Now they say when a list item is updated, when a message is posted with the keywords, when a person joins a channel, and when an emoji reaction is used. So it depends on what you want to do. It depends on what you want to achieve. Now, an event here, they say from a link, if you want to choose anyone, or from a webhook, or on a schedule, or when a list item is updated, or when a message is posted with keywords, or when a person joins a channel, or when an emoji reaction is used. So it depends on what you want to achieve. You can also do it in Slack. That is, if you integrate, you can also do it in Asana. Asana is a project management tool. You're going to learn that. Okay, I don't want to start teaching you integration. Make I not go bust your head. Now, you can say when a project is created in a workspace in Asana, then maybe notify me in Slack. Or when a project is assigned to me in Asana, notify me in where? In Slack. Please, are you following? Are you following? Okay. Now you're going to learn that when we start doing integration. Okay, you're going to learn that. Okay. So now, for the purpose of this training, we have Asana here, right? We have ClickUp and we have Monday.com. These are what project management tool. Okay, but ClickUp is like overall of them all. You're going to learn ClickUp. Okay, you're going to learn Asana. You're going to learn Monday.com. You're going to learn Trello. Okay. Then all these GitHub and all those stuff, these are for, website and all those stuff. Then for the purpose of this teaching tonight, we are going to make use of Slack. So we can decide to say when a person joins a channel, which of the channel you select the channel. You click maybe you can click maybe in general. Okay, you continue. Now it simply means when a person joins what? The channel. That means when a new staff, when a new member, or when a new staff joins the company called Digital Witch. So now, before we move ahead, we can decide to do what? Edit this what? Workflow here, and call it what? New member. Okay, you save. So now what do we have here? When a person joins what? The channel called general, then do this. Are we good to go? Then do what? Then do this. When a person joins a channel is what? Is a trigger. Then do this is going to be what? The action. Unu na-aghọtakwa ihe a na-eme ebe a? Unu na-aghọtakwa ihe a na-eme ebe a? Are you people following? Now, before we move ahead, let me see some charts on the comment section. Let me know, because I like it when people follow up. Okay, now can I see your consent? Can you type on the comment section? Let me know if you're following. Pams Peter, I don't want to see your message for comment section at all. I'm okay, Doro, you're following. Start from the beginning, please. Please, what are you using? I'm using my laptop, my data, and light. Start from trigger. Which app is this? This is Opel. This Opel app. How do I register on Slack? Following, but a bit confused. Okay, please, let's go back to the trigger. Okay, following up on Slack here, but I don't have plenty people here. But hey, this is a Slack app. Please don't start automation now. I'm a little confused. Okay, how did you get to workflow, please? Yeah. Okay. Now I think maybe now if you want me to start from the trigger, if you want me to start from the beginning, then yeah, Oluwa Tobi Lola, I shared the link in the group today in the morning. I shared the link in the group. This is Digital Witch Slack community. Okay, anybody can join using phone and laptop, but it's still hanging. Okay, you can change your Techno phone. You can move to Samsung if you don't mind. Comfort, Dada, I'm confused. Okay, start automation. Let's digest this, please. So far I've been flowing. I love the flow. Okay, Joy also. Okay, thank you. I feel for newbies. Okay, so how do I integrate the Digital Witch community into my Slack account? They are just in different windows on my laptop. Now you open different windows, close the window back. Yes, his screen hangs most times and everything just stands. Mr. Clem, you are doing wonderfully well, but please go back. You just want to bribe me. You started well and you are now telling me please go back. Hope this video will be on YouTube. Yeah, it will, Osakwe. Okay, now if you want me to start the from the beginning, I mean from the workflow, can you just type workflow? If you want to start from workflow, can you type workflow? If you want me to start from the workflow, can you type workflow? Okay, workflow. Oh my god. Okay, it's okay. Babe, please help me with water here. Thank you. I love you. Okay. Cash flow, workflow. All right, thank you. We are going back to that. We are going back to workflow. Okay. Now let's go back to the beginning. We're not going to sleep here. Continue. Okay, we plan to do workflow. Now, since you have a whole lot of people, that are requesting for the workflow, then we can start from the beginning, like from the workflow. Okay, all right, thank you. Let me go back and log the chat. Okay, now let me close this. Let me delete this particular workflow. Okay, now I said if you want to create a workflow on your Slack account, okay, all you have to do is come to this plus sign here and click create. Now they're asking you, what do you want to create? Do you want to create a list and manage project? No, this is a pro version. Okay, do you want to create this Canva and share content? Is a pro version. Now, do you want to create a workflow? Yes, we want to do automate everyday workflow. Now, why do we do workflow? We do workflow in order to make our work seamless and easy. Like I told you yesterday when we are doing Google Drive, I said the reason why when we are doing what we call Dropbox, and I told you the reason why we are doing the e-signing or the online signing is because we don't want this traditional way of going into someone's office to start signing documents for you. For example, you want to go on a leave, and and the HR needs to approve your leave, and the HR is nowhere to be found. Let's say he or she traveled for a week. That means you have to wait for the HR to come back before he or she can sign your leave letter or approval. Now we don't want it that way anymore. You can easily send your documents anywhere you are to the HR, and the HR will sign it and and send back to you. That is to make your work easy. Okay, and I said for workflow, we are using workflow in order to make our work simple. Then we want to create a workflow. I said, okay, how do you create a workflow? You come here, you click workflow. Now they're asking you, what is the title of the workflow you want to create? You can easily come here and type new member. Okay, new member. You click save. Now, and I said we have what we call in workflow, we have what we call trigger and an action. For example, when you're hungry, the hunger is a trigger. And what action should you take when you're hungry? You should go and eat food, right? Which is the action. So when you're hungry is a trigger. Eating food because you're hungry is an action. So there is no action without a trigger. Are we following? And every trigger comes with comes with action. Okay, and I said we want to create an event and action in this workflow called new member. Then they say choose event. Now we have different apps here. We have Slack, we have Asana, which I said is a project management tool. Okay, we have Basecamp, we have Bitbucket, we have ClickUp, we have GitHub, we have GitHub Enterprise, we have Linear, we have Monday.com, we have PageDuty, and we have Rick. And I said Asana, ClickUp, and Monday.com, they are project management tool. You use them to do to assign a project to different team members in your organization. Now, and I said for the purpose of this training tonight, which I don't want to go deep into automation because you're going to learn how to do automation and integration with an app called Zapier. And I said for the purpose of this training under Slack here, we have an event which is from a link in Slack, from a webhook, from on a schedule. It depends on what you want to achieve in your workflow. You don't just wake up and start creating a workflow. No, you must have a reason for creating a workflow. Do you want to create a workflow on Slack, or you want to create it in Asana? That means when a project is created in a workspace, then what should happen? Or when a task in a workspace has been assigned, has an assignee update, okay? Or when a task in a workspace is completed, for example, when they assign a task to you in Asana, which is a project management tool. That means when they assign a task, okay, or when the assigned task is completed, what should happen? They should notify you where in Slack. So, and I said, in order not to confuse you, or in order not to go deep when it comes to workflow and automation, let's do it with Slack. Now we created we have a workflow called we've given it a title called a new member. So we want to create a workflow that has to do with new members. Now we now said when a person joins a channel, okay, which is what we are going to work with. When a person joins a channel, you now come here and select which channel. You click general, which is meant for everybody, okay? When a person joins a channel, you click continue. When a person joins a channel is a trigger, then do these things is action. That is, when somebody knocks on your door is a trigger, then do this, open the door. Open the door for a person is an action. The knock is a trigger, then you opening the door is action. So now when a person joins a channel called general, then do this. Then do this simply means maybe you can send a message to the person. You can send a message to the channel. Maybe something like, hello everyone, we have a new member. Or you can do send a message to the person and say, thank you for joining Digital Witch community. We are happy to to have you in our organization. Or you can do collect info in a form. You can collect the person's information in a form. That means when a person joins the channel, there will be an automatic form. There will be an automatic message that comes in a form formula that will go to the person's email. Something like, hi, thank you for joining joining Digital Witch community. Kindly fill the form below. Name, phone number, email, address, bank details, and all those stuff. Or you can say you can add a branch. But this for a pro version. Okay? Or you can send a message to the channel, or you can send a message to the person, or you can send a form to the person. So if you have more time, if you have enough time, I'm going to show you how you can send a message to the person, or how you can send a form to the person. Then it depends on the one you want me to do. If you're good with form, I can show you how to collect a form info. Okay, or if you don't mind, I think I prefer to show you the form, okay, because it's a bit advanced, so you can learn that part. Send a message to the person is a minor stuff. Send a message to the channel is a minor stuff. Maybe you can just do with form, if you don't mind. Are we good to go? Are we good? Okay. Now, if you're following, can I see a love emoji from you? Let me know if you're following properly. Okay. Is it Nams Peter? I didn't even see any love emoji from you. Nams Peter, you didn't even follow. She didn't even follow. Maybe she has gone to sleep. Okay. So now, okay, maybe we can do the three at the same time. Okay, I can show you how to send a message to the channel. I can show you how to collect form info. I can show you how to do send a message to the person. Do you get the point? Okay, so if you don't mind. Now we said when a person joins the channel, then do this. Okay, then send a message to the channel. You click. Then they say select what channel, general. Then under the general, under the body of the message, you can type hello everyone. Okay, hello everyone. We have what, a new member. Hello everyone, we have a new what? We have a new member in what? In our what? Organization. Something like that, okay? You can see. So now when somebody joins this channel, this is the message you're going to see. Okay? After tonight, you're going to see the message in the general group, in the general channel. That is if you've already joined the Slack channel, okay? So when you're done, they say create interactive button. Wow, this is a new feature. How does it work? How does it work? Interactive button. Okay, continue or branch workflow. Side single button can only be clicked once. Move the workflow forward for each button to 5, can route to a different branch. Okay. This is a preview of how your button will look like. Let me see. Okay, send a message to the channel. Okay, then you click what? You click save. Wow, awesome. Ready to publish? Yeah, I'm ready. Now, what did we just do? Okay, we are going to do what? When a person joins what the general channel, then we are going to do what? Send a message to the group. Hello everyone, we have a new member in our what? Organization. Maybe you can decide to add another step. Okay, now you can decide to do what? Add another step. Now when you send this message to the person, what next? What should happen next? You can come here and add another step. So now when you send a message to the channel, you can also come here and add what? Another step. Okay, now you select what? A member. Let's assume we are dealing with Victor and Fidel Victor. I can say hello Victor, you don't use I, you say we are what? We are pleased to welcome you to what? The what? To what? Digital which what? Support community. Okay, now when you're done, hello Victor, we are pleased to welcome you to Digital with Support Community. You click what? You click save. Now they say we should do what? We should add what? We should insert what? Variable. You know what called variable, right? That means you're going to insert what? The person's what? Let me remove then, since you're going to do with variable. Okay, we are going to, let me remove this hello Victor. I can easily come here and insert a variable. When workflow starts, I'm trying to choose the right one. The person who clicked. Okay, you can choose the person who clicked. Okay, then you click what? You click save. Okay, now they say, now please, I'm going to explain this stuff to you. Then when we are done sending the message to the group or the automatic message to the group, the next thing we are going to have is what? A message to what? To Victor. Then after sending the message to Victor, like a welcome message, what should be the next step? We can do what? Send a form to him to fill. Are we following, guys? Are we following? Okay, now before we move into the third step, let me open the chat session and see if I have any concern. Now, I believe you're learning Slack in a different way. Let me see your chat. I believe you're learning Slack in a different way. Are you following? Just type, let me see. Are you following? Okay, nobody wanna chat. Okay, let me log the chat session again. Pams Peter, you're following. Wow. 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 Even Pams Peter is following, you know. Wow. I've been Lams Peter. I've been Pams Peter. Wow. I'm happy for you. Okay. Now let me close this part. Now we have the first session here. We have the second session. Okay. Now when a message is sent into the channel, the next step is what? Send a welcome message to who? To Victor. And the third step is to collect Victor's what? Info. Okay. You choose what? Collect info what? In a form. That means you want to collect Victor's information in a form. Okay, in a form what? In a form format. Now we have under the form title, we are going to name it called personal what? Information. Then you ask your what? You ask your question. Under here you type full names. Then it's going to be what? Short answer or paragraph. Maybe you can just choose a short answer. Okay, then you come here, you add another question here. Question number 2, maybe like email, short answer. You add the next question, phone number. You add the next question, maybe location. The next question, maybe something like qualification. Okay. Maybe school attended. Okay. Something like maybe residence or something like that. Maybe country. Now before we end this part, you can see what we have here: required. Now if I untick this box, it simply means what? It simply means this question number 7 is going to be what? Optional. That means he can decide to fill the information, or he can decide to do what? Leave the what? Information. But if I click make this required, that means it's not going to be what? Optional anymore. Are we following? Then you click what? Done. Okay, then you click save. Okay, add a message to the workflow button before this interaction. Let me edit. So where is the message? Sorry, let's preview the form. This is how the form is going to be like. Okay, this is how the form is going to be like. Are we good? I'm sorry, I'm trying to let me move this up here to see how. Why do we have select a message here? Add a message step to a continual workflow button before this one, so you can send this form to people. I don't understand. Just a moment. Okay, you need to add a button to the above message to use a form. Okay, let's add a button first. Okay, that's beautiful. Okay, are we good? Now, before I click on publish, I need to explain this stuff to you before I click on publish one more time. Now we are creating a workflow for new members. Okay, now it simply means when a new member joined our company called Digital Witch IT Support Community, there is going to be an automatic message that will be dropped in the group for everybody to read. Now the automatic message simply means what? People are going to be aware. People are going to be aware that okay, we have a new member that joined our company, which is what, send a message to what, to the general group. Remember where we came from. The general has to do with what, the public. So now we want to notify every member. We want to notify 172 members in this, or staff in this company, that, oh, whenever a new person joins our company, we should get what, notification. Now, when we are done with the first workflow, which is what, the new member, the first step, then after the first step, what should happen? There will be an automatic message that will go direct to the person, that will go direct to Victor, for example, or to anybody, or to anyone, oh no, to Victor. You know, I selected Victor, right? Yeah, but I can decide not to choose Victor. Okay, I can decide not to do what? I can decide not to choose Victor. Let me not, sorry, let me. Okay, so I can decide not to do what? I can decide not to choose Victor. You know, we just chose Victor just to, you know, I can decide not to do what? Not to choose Victor, okay? Then, when you're done, what should happen? A form should what? A form should be sent to the person to collect the person's information. And what are the informations? Full name, emails, phone number, location, qualification, school attended, and what? And country. So, when you're done with this stuff, you can decide to do what? Add another step again if you want to. Now they said choose where you would like to save this your response now, which is what? This personal information. Do you want to save it in the channel, or do you want to save it in the Google Sheet? That means when this person fills this form, this phone number, email, location, school attended, and country, where do you want this information to be saved? This response from this particular, from the new member. You can decide to choose what? Choose Google Sheet. Now, do you know why they said there was an error installing Google Sheet? It's because I've not integrated Google Sheet. Okay, let me choose it again. There's an error here. So I can decide to choose what? Maybe channel what? Channel message. Okay. I can decide to maybe leave it here, or since I'm the HR, since I'm working in the HR department, I can decide to do what? Choose what? This channel. That means whenever a new member fills the form, okay, the message or the form will automatically be saved where? In the human resource what? Channel. Okay, since what? I'm the HR, it shouldn't be saved in the public because this is someone's what? Personal information. Therefore, it should be saved in a private channel called what? Human resource channel. You save. So when you're done, what do you click? You click what? Finish up. Then you click what? Now they say, who can find this workflow? Yeah, everybody. Okay, or you can decide to do what? Also include connected or external, blah blah blah. Okay, so when you're done, you click what? Publish. You can see I will have here. They say a workflow called new member has been what? Has been published. Wow. This is cool. This is cool. So now you can see we have what? If I should click this stuff now, I'm coming. So if I should click this stuff now, you can see we have a workflow here. We have a workflow called what? New member. You can decide to build more than 20 workflow. It depends on what you want to achieve. Okay, you can decide to do what? Build what? 20 what? Workflow. It depends on what you want to achieve. Are we good? Okay, now there is something I want to show you here before you can also create the same stuff here. Okay, this stuff we did, what is this stuff we did here? You can also decide to do what? You know, like I say, it depends on what you want to achieve. Okay, now it depends on what you want to achieve. Okay, so these are different templates you can make use of. Okay, on your Slack. I know when a message is scheduled or when a message blah blah, it depends on what you want to achieve. Okay, So come in. I want to show you something. So like I said before, you don't just wake up and start doing integration. No, you must have a reason for what? For your integration. Okay, you don't just wake up and start doing integration. I'm looking for something. Just a moment. I think they changed everything here. Just a moment. It's still loading. Slack has to, they had to rearrange their stuff, so everything just changed. So I'm trying to check where that stuff is. It's no longer in the usual place. I want to show you how you can integrate an app into your Slack account. I want to show you how you can integrate app into your Slack account. Maybe you can attach your Google Drive, your Gmail, anything at all. So it's still loading. It should be under apps and workflow. Okay, it should be under here. It's still loading. It was somewhere here before. Let me show you. Aha, I said it. No apps install. Let me check this install app and see. Okay. No, this is where we have our trigger. Recommended apps. Okay. Let me search for Google Drive here to see. Okay. All right. This is it. Now, when you click on, should I take you back to where we click to arrive to this site? Should I take you back? Because it might end up loading too slow. That's why. Should I take you back? Okay. Okay. Thank you. All right. Let me take you back. So I will show you how we got here. Okay. Now, when you open your Slack, you go to your admin, then you click on apps and workflow. Then when you click on apps and workflow, it will bring you here. Okay. Then you can now search for what you want to add. You can decide to add your Google Drive, or you can decide to do add your Google Calendar. Anything you want to add at all. It's still loading. Now you can see they say I should sign into my Google Drive, right? Yeah, I have to sign into my Google Drive because I've not added my Google Drive into my Slack account. So I'm going to sign in, then choose. It's still loading. Okay. Now let me choose this particular account. Then click continue. Then sometimes after adding your Google Drive, sometimes it may not appear immediately. Sometimes it might take a while before showing up. Okay. Then you click. They say this app was made blah blah blah. Why is it not showing? They've changed so many things here. Then save integration. They say Google Drive is ready to use. Open in Slack. Now let me open it and see. Open in Slack. Redirecting Google Drive. Let's see what we have there. You know, when you're dealing with some of these softwares, sometimes they do what called updates, like every month or every week. Okay, click open. Wow, you can see it here, right? Can you see what we have here now? Can you see it? Can you see my Google Drive now? Now it simply means anytime I have a new file in my drive, okay, Slack will do what? Send me what? A notification. Are we following? Slack will do what? Send what? A notification to me. You know why? Because I added my drive into my Slack. Are we good? Now you guys are beginning to feel weak. I think I need to end the class right now so I can take some few questions, okay? I think we don't have much to do on Slack. Now, if somebody should ask you, can you set up a Slack account and all those stuff? Yeah, you can do it. It's a minor stuff. You can do it. Okay? Yeah, you can do it. Now, at this point, I want to appreciate each and every one of you that joined the meeting tonight. Okay? Now, it's time for question and answer. Okay? Have a wonderful night.